Hi. Let me make sure. Okay. Double check. It's September 15th on the Peace Journey, and we are with Bethany United Church of Christ in beautiful Seward Park on a typical Seattle day. And we have an interview here. I will ask her to introduce herself. Hello, you are?
Michelle Perry. I'm the office manager of Bethany.
Oh, great. We got some official people here. We're traveling across Washington State, and we spoke to the congregation today about the peace journey and the question that we're asking. And it is, why do we have the death penalty? And go ahead and tell us what you think.
I have no idea. I've been wondering that for a long time because being human, we're flawed and have error, and when we have a death penalty, that means that it's ultimate. So whatever happens, innocent or guilty, once there's a death penalty, it happens whether it was right or wrong. I don't personally agree with the death penalty because we make too many errors, and our justice system is so flawed, so corrupted that we can't afford to have the death penalty. We are putting innocent people to death.
So you would not like to risk innocent people being executed?
No, and especially being a woman of color, this is a whole new line of fear for our young sons. I have a 24-year-old son that every time he goes out, I got to worry about, will he be accused of something? And it's been that way all our lives. So no, we're far from, never we should have it, but we are far from thinking that it's working or that it's justice. It has nothing to do with justice whatsoever.
So it sounds like you're saying even in this modern time, there's racial profiling going on and racial disparity. I've seen it in the statistics. I'd like to ask you personally, you say you've experienced it and your son.
We've experienced it. We've experienced it with helicopters flying over our house and my son being 12 running next door to pick up a game from his friend and his father. And our hearts went in our throat because we thought for sure this police helicopter was going to aim and go, oops, we just were looking for a young black male running. So those are the kind of things we have to raise our sons with. And it hasn't changed. My grandson's now in a class to know his rights when he's stopped, what to do, how to keep his hands open. So we're not in a society of any kind that we can have the death penalty and expect that it's going to work. Even if someone took the life of someone I love, I don't want the death penalty for him. There's justice is, jail, and that's where it should just end, right there.
And perhaps would the victim's family do better healing through counseling and time and help and support than to add more blood to their loss of their family member, which our hearts go out to greatly, but killing another person in your mind, is that going to help them truly heal?
Well, not in my mind, but statistically it shows that even when the death penalty has been carried out against just insane crimes, the family doesn't heal from that. They do not heal from that. They only heal from peace.
And another statistic that is interesting is that whenever there is an execution, murder rates usually go up. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, and that's from FBI and other law enforcement statistics, not from anti-death penalty groups.
I had no idea.
Kind of makes sense, though, by what you're saying. Violence begets violence, and compassion will maybe make real change.
All I know is the families that I know are not at peace. Even when they've had their children killed, they still are in pain today, so that did absolutely nothing for them.
Well, I'm sorry. And we do have a big issue with racial disparity and profiling still. Even in Washington State, we think we're so progressive, and the facts point in that direction. And it'll take work. We need to let more people know that. We need to keep working on it. And when it comes to life and death, we should not take that chance and execute people. We can't come back from that. Someone who is innocent, or even maybe they did the crime, but there's reasons behind it, or abuse, or mental illness, or something. We cannot resolve our issues with more violence.
Even in Seattle, the SPD is, being investigated by the FBI for police accountability and corruption. So, I mean, is this what you really want to rely on? We can't get it right with an arrest, let alone a death penalty. And all the people with DNA now being released from jail just goes to show how many people are sitting in jail who were innocent to begin with. So, yeah, I'm not comfortable.
Another statistics I've gotten from FBI and other reports that are outside of death penalty, anti-death penalty groups, is that there's only about 14% of the cases have DNA to be able to check.
And are those accurate?
Well, and if that is our absolute, if they are, we only have 14%.
Yeah, we're not, no.
We're not there yet.
We got to find options. We got to find some different ways to deal with criminals, because our system today is so flawed. We can't do it right. We're not there. We're not there.
More of us need to step up and get involved, it sounds like. And so are you for ending the death penalty in Washington State?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, and thank you for coming out and talking to us. And please keep talking about it to others and share the information. And we hope to see you on another day of the Peace Journey.
Well, good luck on your walk, and you'll be seeing me Wednesday.
Oh, great.
Or Tuesday.
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 Great. Well, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Bye.